It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 dig, 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 go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
We're joined here in the media center by Kasey Kahne, who is 9th in the points. He's the driver of the number 9 Budweiser Dodge. Kasey's won 3 of the last 4 races. How's the car today, Kasey?
Budweiser Dodge was pretty decent. We had times where I felt like it was good. The center off the corner was pretty good. We're still fighting the entry of the corner, but definitely have plenty of time to work on that and hopefully get it better tomorrow. And just keep working on it. But it felt pretty good. It felt pretty balanced, and we have something. We have a decent car we can work with and get better for Sunday.
Questions? Dave Newton?
Yeah, Kasey, before the season, Ray was kind of talking like he was on a retirement tour, like he wasn't doing talking to people in the shop. It seems like he's an integral part of some of the things that are working in this car right now. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to look at what Mark McCardle's done. He has put a structure together at Gillette Everdam Motorsports to get better, and once you get better, to even get better, and not ever, not just think we're okay, not equal out, just to keep always working on bettering our cars and ourselves. And so, I mean, that goes to Mark, that goes to the guys working on the cars, the engineers, the crew chiefs. I mean, that's what they're doing. As far as Ray, he's been around. I've seen him around. I've talked to him a lot. He's been really, excited and talked highly of what everybody's doing and stuff as far as what's going on. But he's still doing his own thing. He's got things he's doing during the week, and he's at the shop during the week a couple days a week, and he does his own things a couple days a week. As far as the cars running better, that's the guys at the shop. That's the engineers. That's Mark McCardle. It's the structure. It's Kenny Francis. That's who's doing it.
McCardle said it was his vision, what car you is right now, that was his vision.
The what?
McCardle said it was Ray's vision, what this car and what the ideas that they've been put in this car. He's just been kind of the guy that's implemented that. Have you had any discussions on that?
Well, I don't build them, so I don't know everything that goes along with it. I just drive them. So, I mean, you'd have to ask those guys exactly what's going on there. I know Ray is a big part of Gillette Everdam, but he's also doing his own things, just like he said he was going to do at the start of the year. He hasn't been at the race last week. He's not going to be here this week, and that's great. I mean, he's doing his own deal. Ray's a very smart racer, and I think what Mark would have been talking about is maybe the way the chassis are built. Maybe he has part of that. As far as the setups and things, that's the engineers, and that's Kenny Francis and the guys. So there's 2 big differences right there.
Guys, please state your name and affiliation and wait for the microphone.
Mike Brudenell from the Detroit Free Press. Kasey, you had 8 races there in a stretch which were pretty tough, and then all of a sudden 4 really strong performances. I mean, just explain how that happens.
Well, if you look back to the start of the season, we've been much better than where we were last year throughout that entire season. So we were better through the off season. We had a car that was capable of winning at California, and Vegas. We were on 8th. We've been close at times, and then we've had things go on. At other times, and the last 4 races have just been. We hit on some things at a Charlotte test that have really paid off and helped at some of these racetracks, and we're just still learning more about these cars. I mean, for what we have, the amount of time we've had to work with a completely different race car than what we raced a year ago, I think the cars are handling really well and racing really well, and it just takes, it takes a little bit of time, but we're slowly getting there, and it's something that we knew going into the season that we would keep getting better the longer the season went, and that's what's been going on, so it's been good.
Right here.
Robert DeRogi with BRD Broadcasting. Kasey, a lot of the drivers have said okay, this car still isn't handling well and so forth. The track makes a difference. First time out here at Michigan International Speedway, how much of a difference, and were you constantly talking to your crew chief in practice out there?
Well, the thing is, you know, these cars they're definitely different. The setups, the way you drive them, everything's different about them. And, you know, the more we work with them, the more I like them, the more that our team likes them. And, you know, when you come to a track like this where it's wide and there's lots of room to race, you know, as long as the tires are good, as long as there's a lot of things that go into making sure that the racing's good. And it's not always the race car. And I think what is good, you know, last week you could look back at Pocono and I could pass at any time, you know, and that's just the way it was last week. We could pass any car on the racetrack because my car was so good and because we hit on some things. And that's just, it just takes time to get those types of race cars. But, you know, the racing is, to me, Michigan can be a very good race. You know, it can also be a race where cars drive away and it gets strung out and there's not a lot of passing going on. But as far as the width of the racetrack and the racing groove, there's plenty of room. So if you have a good car, you'll be able to pass, and it'll be a fun race. You know, be as fun a race as any Michigan race we've had here.